Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our regular council meeting for November 4th, 2024. And before we start, I'd like to do our land acknowledgement. We'd like to acknowledge the traditional territories and oral practices of the Blackfoot Nation, which include Siksika, the Kainai, and the Piikani. We also acknowledge the Tsuut'ina and the Stoney Nakoda First Nation and the Métis Nation District 4 and all the people who make their home in Treaty 7 region of Southern Alberta. We're making this acknowledgement to demonstrate our continuing efforts to work together as we strive for reconciliation through increased and collective learning. All right, we have an agenda before us, and moved by Councillor Nesbitt that the agenda be adopted. All in favor? Mohammed's against it? No? Oh, he's frozen. Okay. Carried. All right. Moved by, I need a councillor to, Bill, do I read this first? Or? I would read that first. Okay. That the minutes of the council organizational meeting held October 3rd, 21st, 2024, and the regular council meeting be held October 21st, 2024 be approved. I need a motion by that, by Councillor Prentice. All in favor of that? All right, thank you. All right, next on the agenda is that the following items of correspondence be received as information. Updates from council conferences and workshops and notes council committee October 29th, 2024. Need a motion for that, please. Councillor Jessica. All in favor? Thank you. Carried. Oops. Okay. All right. I need a motion on this one that the November 16th, 2024 be hereby proclaimed as International Day of Tolerance in the city of Brooks. And that will be, who's coming up for that? Our inclusion officer. Come on up. Inclusion officer Clausen. Thank you.
Thank you. Through the Chair to Council, International Day of Tolerance on November 16th is a day recognized worldwide as an occasion to promote mutual understanding and respect among people from diverse backgrounds. In our community, diversity is one of the greatest strengths, bringing together individuals of different cultures, beliefs, and experiences. But with that diversity also comes the responsibility to cultivate an environment where everyone feels respected and included. The International Day of Tolerance reminds us of this responsibility and encourages us to celebrate what unites us rather than focusing on what divides us. We plan to create a community video that will feature members from across our city sharing their thoughts and experiences on the importance of tolerance. This video will serve as a collective message that embodies our shared values and reinforces our commitment to inclusion. By bringing our community's voices together, we hope to inspire meaningful conversations and create a stronger, more unified community. By officially observing this day, we send a message to our residents that in our city, everyone is valued, everyone is respected, and everyone has a place. Therefore, staff is recommending November 16th officially be recognized as International Day of Tolerance in the city of Brooks.
Thank you very much. Any questions? All right, I need a motion on that. Moved by Councillor Jessica. All in favor? All right, thank you. Passed. There you go. All right, on new business here, appointment to the Municipal Planning Commission. That Dwayne Perkins be appointed to the Municipal Planning Commission for a first two-year term commencing November 4th, 2024 and ending November 3rd, 2026. And speaking to that will be our Development Officer, Bailey Boulay.
Thank you. Through the Chair to Council. MPC is made up of 2 members of Council and 5 citizens at large. At the October 7th Council meeting, a citizen at large position became vacant. Staff advertised the vacancy, and MPC recently reviewed those applications. And therefore, the recommendation is that Dwayne Perkins be appointed to the Municipal Planning Commission for a first 2-year term commencing November 4th, 2024 and ending November 3rd, 2026.
Great, thank you. Any questions on it? No? All right, Councillor Prentice makes the motion then? Okay, thanks. Okay. All in favor? Passed. Okay. Brooks Minor Hockey Association donation request. The council approved the donation of up to 60 youth recreation passes for tournaments hosted by the Brooks Minor Hockey Association for the 2024-25, 25-26, 26-27 season, and further that the value of the donation be funded by the grants to organizations general ledger account. And who'll be speaking to that? Oh, Manager Randy McPhillips.
Through the chair to council, Brooks Minor Hockey Association, or BMHA, is hosting 5 tournaments during the 2024-25 season. They've expressed the limiting factor in attracting teams to their tournaments is accommodations, as teams prefer to go to tournaments where they can stay in a hotel with a swimming pool. There are not enough hotels with pool facilities in Brooks to host the team, so BMHA is requesting that the city donate passes to the hotels with pool facilities in Brooks to host the teams. That the city donate passes the JBS Canada Center for teams who are in hotels without aquatic facilities in an effort to help attract teams to their tournament. This request was brought forward in 2022 and also in 2023 and was approved both years. Last year, there were a total of 304 passes provided to BMHA for the tournaments, and of that amount, 119 were redeemed. This request was taken to the Brooks and District Recreation and Parks Board meeting on October 16th, and the following motion was made. Tim Hannaran made a motion to recommend the City of Brooks Council that City of Brooks provide BMHA up to 60 youth recreation passes per tournament for the next 3 seasons, 2024-25, 25-26, and 26-27, and that motion was carried. The value of the passes is approximately $2,000. However, as mentioned, not all of the passes are redeemed. And as the facility is staffed and operating, the costs are minimal. Additionally, there will likely be an increase in the number of drop-in admissions sold during those tournaments, as families will likely pay for parents or siblings to also attend the JBS Canada Centre. So therefore, administration is recommending that council approve the donation of up to 60 youth recreation passes per tournament hosted by the Brooks Minor Hockey Association for 2024-25, 2025-26, and 2026-27 seasons, and further that the value of the donation be funded by the grants to organizations general ledger account.
Okay, thank you. Is there any questions to this? All right, see that. Oh, Councillor Prentice.
How many other organizations is there other than these that these passes go out to during the year?
Through the chair to Councillor Prentice, it depends on what comes through Rec Board. So this does get brought to Rec Board for a donation. So we do get different requests from different organizations, not of this number, but it is quite frequent that we do get donations, donation requests. So. There was also the baseball tournament in May where there was passes donated to the baseball teams that attended that tournament as well.
Great, thank you.
I do have a question. I'm just curious, so it's 60 youth recreation passes per tournament. How many tournaments do you speculate that there will be, hypothetically?
Through the chair to Councillor Goodenough, there's going to be 5 tournaments this year. There's usually 6, but there isn't a Prairie Thunder team this year, so they won't be hosting that tournament.
Looking online, anything from you guys? All right, I need a motion then to accept this. Moved by Councillor Juska. All in favor? Great, thank you. And while we have Manager McPhillips up here, you have a staff introduction.
Yeah, through the chair to council. So I have Rebecca Spence sitting behind me here. She started with us as our Recreation Operator 1 on October 21st. She was born and raised in Brooks, graduated from the Brewmaster program at Olds College, where she also played hockey for the women's team there, and was previously the Brewmaster at Piston Brook. So, and we're very excited to have her on board.
Congratulations, welcome to the team. Yep. All right. Back to work. I like that enthusiasm. All right. Moving on here, letter D. 2025 budget guidelines and timelines. That council adopt the 2025 budget guidelines and timelines as detailed in the reports. And we'll have our Director of Finances, Mr. McKinnon. Thank you.
Again, through the chairs, before you have a request for decision dealing with the 225 budget guidelines and timelines, I'll just start off saying the timelines can be changed by council. These are just for consideration by council, but if council wishes other dates, that's fine. But obviously, the budget is a major driving tool to deliver council strategic programs. It's a very important document. Council and administration have always taken the development and consideration of the budget in a very fiscal responsive manner, and that will continue during the 2025 budget cycle. In addition to that, administration has coined some guidelines for the budget if you want to look at them that way, and we're just asking council if they wish to amend them. And those guidelines are set out in the report, such as maintaining existing service levels, aligning the budget with council strategic direction, improving customer service, keeping tax rates competitive. That doesn't mean they're not going to go up. They're just going to be competitive dealing with the issues. Developing and continuing the proactive infrastructure renewal plan to deal with the city's assets. As council members realize, the city has multi-million dollars worth of assets that have to be replaced and refreshed. And in identifying any efficiencies, which administration has been doing over the last few years. We'll continue doing that, and we'll see how successful we are in squeezing the budget again, ensuring rates and fees or services are appropriate. Just to give council a heads up, not all the rates and fees will be reviewed as part of the 225 budget. Some of them, especially the rec fees and that have different cycles than the calendar year, will be coming back to council mid-year. So that's basically it. The new thing that will be presented to council this year is information on sort of a fiscal update of where the city of Brooks is and how it compares to similar communities. So we'll have selected approximately 9 communities, and we'll provide council information on comparative tax rates, comparative monies in reserves, comparators on numerous financial measures that are used in municipalities. The budget deliberation process will be similar to previous years, where a base budget will be presented. All the issues driving the base budget will be discussed during the budget deliberations. That will be followed up with decision packages. That would be sort of changes or amendments to service levels, or potentially one-time funding requests to deal with specific items. The report also details some of the major drivers identified to date in the operating budget, and some of those are very familiar with council. The RCMP population phase-in, funding, debt repayment for public works, that will mainly have an impact in the 226, 227 budget, but will be introduced in the 225 budget, collective bargaining settlements, normal cost increases. For council's information, we are not doing any across-the-board inflationary increases in the base budget. Senior managers were reviewing all changes to incremental to the base budget, and those will be previewed and documented and discussed prior to them being built into the final budget. So that is, in a nutshell, leads us to the timelines. We're hoping to release the budget document materials to council and administration approximately November 26th. We're proposing budget deliberation dates on Tuesday, December 3rd, Wednesday, December 11th, and December 17th. Final approval of the budget will be depending on those deliberations and discussions and outcomes. If we have to go into the new year, that's not an issue, but the sooner we finalize the recommended budget, the better. And that's it in a nutshell. In terms of financial implications related to this report, there are no direct financial implications, but obviously the budget and budget deliberation package will have financial decisions that council will have to challenge itself to decide what's in the budget, what's in scope, how much of the strategic initiatives they wish to deliver as part of the 225 budget, and what level of capital expenditures council wishes to undertake. So that, through the chair, is my report, and the recommendation is that these guidelines and timelines, if council's agreeable, are adopted.
Okay, thank you very much. So just, we can ask questions first, right, before we make the motion? So just for clarification, we have November 26th, that's when the release is. We're not in meetings for that though, are we? We'll receive our package that day?
That's correct.
And then December 3rd, December 11th, and then December 17th. And I think when we checked with council for Mayor Petrie, that worked well. Just want to confirm with everyone those are good dates, and then
Yes, and
I'm just looking on the screen, sorry. Yeah, they're good. Okay, they're shaking their head, yeah.
and if council could set the time for those meetings, it
Yeah.
would be 4:30 or whatever council's wishes are.
I think in previous years, we've usually started in the morning and gone throughout the day. And so I think that 8:30 is probably, or 9. Time do you like to wake up, John?
I'll wake up by 9.
Okay. 9 a.m.? December 3rd, December 11th, and December 17th. Yeah. And that works so far for council, so if that's good with you, then,
That's great, thank you.
okay. All right, so moved by Councillor, all right, Councillor Prentice. All right, that council adopts the guidelines and timelines as detailed in the report. All in favor? All right, passed, carried. Thank you. All right, that the City of Brooks apply to the Ministry of Transportation Economic Corridors for the Alberta Municipal Water Wastewater Partnership Grant for a wastewater treatment plant project. And that will be our Deputy CEO, Amanda Peterson.
Thank you. Through the chair to Deputy Mayor Goodenough and Council. At the October 29th, 2024 Council Committee meeting, Council Committee discussed and agreed that an application be submitted to the Alberta Municipal Water Wastewater Partnership for funding of a wastewater treatment system. There are no financial implications for applying to the grant, and this is part of Council's strategic plan. Therefore, administration recommends that the City of Brooks apply to the Ministry of Transportation and Economic Corridors for the Alberta Municipal Water Wastewater Partnership Grant for a wastewater treatment plant project.
Mike's on. Councillor Nesbitt, okay. Is there any questions?
I have a question.
Councillor Dries, yeah.
So, with this grant, like there is the name partnership in the grant. Does that mean we are proposing that we will do a wastewater project with the county, with another partner, or is my understanding inaccurate of the grant itself?
Mr. Parker.
Yeah, thank you very much, Counselor. Basically, no, that's just the name of the grant. So there is no real, I guess the partnership would be with the province. And just a little more clarification on this grant. This grant will help us so that we can first do our design of the of the plant and then send that out for tender. So we have to do a tender first to do a design, and then and then once we get the design done, there will be another tender for actually commissioning and of the actual project. So this is beginning of a couple-year project. This is the first of a couple of grants we are going to be applying for that we hope to apply to this project, because every time we can get any kind of grant dollars for the municipality, it decreases the cost. So there is no estimate of how much eventually it'll affect the taxpayers, but this is a much needed project. It's been on our radar for quite a while, and we are moving it along. But again, it's still the beginning of a couple of years, and eventually we'll figure out how many grants we can apply, because we can stack other grants onto this one.
Thank you.
Okay, any more questions? Seeing none, to the motion? All in favor? Great, thank you. All passed. Carried. Okay. Strategic Transportation Infrastructure Program application. And this will be Manager of Engineering, Mr. McCon.
There we go. Good afternoon, Council. Through the chair, I'll be presenting the Strategic Transportation Infrastructure application. Through direction of the Airport Commission, administration received quotes to upgrade. Everybody run. No? Okay. So through direction of the Airport Commission, administration has received quotes to upgrade lighting for runway 12-30 in 2025. Runway 1230 is equipped with edge lighting and is the predominant runway at the airport. This lighting upgrade is required due to the age of the existing lighting and to provide safe and reliable service for the airport users now and into the future. New to the Community Airport Program in the STIP application, project eligibility has been expanded to include runway lighting. As the applying municipality, administration has prepared the attached application to be submitted for the runway lighting upgrade. A breakdown of the funds show that the grant application would supply approximately 75% of the funding, with the City of Brooks and County of Newell splitting the difference as we are in partnership with them on that airport. Administration has circulated the attached application to the members of the Airport Commission, and all members have approved proceeding. A requirement of the application is that the cover letter must be signed by the chief elected official of the applying municipality, which would be the City of Brooks. As far as financial implications, as shown in the table above, the City of Brooks would be required to provide our share of $54,888.09, which would be drawn from the airport reserve. Now, as far as the recommendation, I do have a slight amendment. I was talking to the Director of Finance just before the meeting started, and I'd like to add to the recommendation that the funds of $54,888.09 are to be drawn from the airport reserve. Sorry for the late adjustment there. And that is the report, and I'm here for any questions.
Okay. Any questions at this time? I guess I'm wondering, was this this isn't a budget item this is now just a request that's come in. Do they need the lighting? Like, is this it's a safety protocol? Like, or is there just because there's a grant out there?
Through the chair, I believe that there have been funds building for these upgrades, and the fact that the grant funding is now eligible, or the runway lighting is now eligible as part of the grant funding, we're bringing this forward at this time.
Great, thank you. Okay, to the motion. I'll need someone, moved by Councillor Jessica. Okay, I'll reread it, yep. That the City of Brooks apply for funds through the Community Airport Program under the Strategic Transportation Infrastructure Program for the replacement of the Brooks Regional Airport runway lighting, with funding from the Airport Reserve in the amount of $54,888.08. 9 cents, sorry, that's 9 cents. That makes sense. Coming on, yeah. All right. Councillor Jessica, you still on motion that? Okay. All right. All in favor?
Quick question.
Oh,
Again, with this budget, like, is there a room for any like space if there is supplies that increase or anything like that? It looks very, I don't know if the details show that, but my suggestion was going to say, can the motion be up to an amount from the reserve rather than being very specific? If the contingency is not in the plan itself.
Manager of Engineering.
Certainly, through the chair, the amount is based on a quote that we received. It can be adjusted, or we are open to having it as an amount to be determined in the future based on quotes or based on our procurement process. But this is the amount that we currently have, so that is what we're bringing forward, and that's what we're using in our application as per the process of the application.
Thank you.
Okay. All in favor? Carried. Oh. Any questions from the media? Oh, Councillor Wardrop.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention quickly my audio lag during that first motion to appoint Dwayne Perkins to the MPC. So I just like, for the record, I voted yes to that motion. So I didn't put my hand up. That's all.
Thank you for the clarification on that. Anything from Sandra? Oh, sorry. Mr. Parker?
Yeah, I was just saying, I was having some audio problems too, so sometimes things are going in and out, so just want to let people know.
You're going to repeat that? You were cutting in and out.
That's exactly what was happening with my audio and this broadcast. It was coming in and out, and sometimes I'd hear things and sometimes I wouldn't.
Thank you for that. Is Sandra on the line or media? Okay. All right. Moved by, we're going to adjourn the meeting. So motion to adjourn. Councillor Prentice. This meeting be adjourned at 5:57 p.m. All in favor? Or it's 4:57. Yeah, 4:57, even better. p.m. All in favor? Good. Have a great day. Thank you very much for attending council.